Well, good morning everybody. I hope everybody is well. I'm actually going to just pause you for a minute, guys. Sorry, I need to fix my phone. That's better, sorry guys. Right, okay. So I'm at the bottom of Kirkside Road. I thought I would just do a wee walk and blather for you this morning, since it's a nice day. The sun is trying to poke out through the clouds, but it's nice, it's pleasant, it's nice and calm today. I hope you enjoyed my last two videos of the mast pipe bands. It was a really good day. I'm very pleased that it was dry. Everybody seemed to have a good time. The atmosphere was brilliant. So just wanted to thank all the volunteers, especially those who organised it. But every single volunteer needs a thank you, no matter how little they done. Everybody needs a thank you, because it's without them, part of the day wouldn't have happened. They've been struggling for volunteers. For those who done litter pick throughout the day, who tidied up at night once it was finished. So I know a lot of some people were late home after that event, because there were a lot of tidy up. Pipe bands were absolutely amazing, as usual. I think some made it into the calm. I think they were playing the drums in the calm at one point. And the 80s disco that was held, I forgot to mention that was held in the bowling club on Saturday night. It was brilliant. It was, wow, what a laugh. It was really great fun. So I met a lot of people that I knew there, and yeah, it was a long time since I was at a disco, but thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody that said hello and that mentioned my videos, especially two young people. That was at the end of video 2, who tried to video bomb me, but apparently they're a big fan. So sorry I didn't get your names, but I'll bump into you again. I appreciate every single viewer that watches me. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick walk and a blather today, because this is something that I want to say. There's Kirkside Hill. That's where we just came up. There's something I want to say. There've been a lot of issues. We've had a lot of issues with our post office and all this, purely because of they don't have a third member of staff. It's only the 2 girls that are working there, and unfortunately one of them is not very well, and she's going to require a lot of treatment. So the other girl that's there, Ruth, she's not meant to be opening the post office on her own, but she's going to be doing it. She will do it for open herself the rest of the week. Lynn is saying that she might be well enough to come back next week. So please be considerate. Please be nice to these girls. These girls are on a minimum wage contract. They're not employed by post office. They're employed by an agency. Agency don't care about their situation. They're desperate for another member of staff, absolutely desperate. The abuse they get is disgusting. There's a couple of quarry at the entrance. The abuse they get is disgusting. It really is. They don't deserve that. They don't get paid high enough for that. So please be nice to them. It's not their fault that they can't get a third member of staff. They are desperate for holidays. They're so tired. Yeah, so please be considerate. I know it's maybe an inconvenience that because they have to close sometimes due to appointments or funerals, or they have to be off sick. There is no cover whatsoever from other post offices, absolutely nothing, because they're not employed by the post office. So please be aware that it might be closed. There is other post offices. I know it may be an inconvenience to you, but you know, it's not the end of the world. There is other post offices available in Invergordon, Dingwall, Inverness and Tain. So if you've got a car, you can drive through there. There's a lot of things that they aren't able to do, so you would have to go to another branch to get them done. Like for example, they can't do anything with the passports or anything, because they don't have their app in their system to do anything like that. So like check and send, they can't take passport photos or anything anymore. So you need to go to another branch for that. You know, it's what's happening to them is not very nice. You know, so I would like you to just be considerate to them, be nice to them. You know, they don't need to open, because, as I said, she's not allowed to open by herself for safety reasons. So be very considerate. So she will be opening for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday it's reduced hours, and it all depends on how Lynn is feeling for next week. You know, it's a shame for these girls having no support, nobody to back them up, absolutely, and then the abuse they get is just criminal. You know, there's no need for it, absolutely no need for it whatsoever. So so that's my rant about our lovely post office that we're so lucky to have, that hasn't been closed yet. So a lot of post offices are closed, so I think these girls are nearly enough at breaking point, you know. So again, just be nice to them, you know, be civil to them. Shillinghill, part of Shillinghill. So yes, that's all I have to say today. So I do feel sorry for the girls there, because they work extremely hard, extremely long hours, and they get paid buttons for the abuse that they get. You know, so it's not good enough. Be nice to shop staff, you know. So this is Shillinghill. So we're just going round here. It's just a quick walk and blather, because I'm volunteering in the food bank this morning. So I thought I'd just do one before I had that shift. So it's nice and calm today. It's It really is nice. Sun's trying to come out, as I said. Kids are back at school after the long weekend, and then they've got another long weekend for the coronation. What way should we go? We'll go this way. So this is Shillinghill Park. Again, they do an awful lot of, all the volunteers work extremely hard to maintain this park. At least you can do is keep it nice and tidy and dog poo free. There is bins about. If you're having a picnic, please take your rubbish home. Again, we're lucky to have this park and to have volunteers who maintain it for us. So at least you can be as considerate and, you know, just keep it nice and clean and tidy. Where the Alness Baptist Church are having a celebration for the King's coronation, sorry. So it's all churches together, so there'll be a lot of different churches there. So that's happening on Sunday night. I think it's either, can't remember what the time is, it's either 6:30 or 7, can't remember. But the Lord Lieutenant of Ross and Cromarty is going to be there as well. So it'd be nice to see you all if you happen to come. We're actually, the church is having, church has left the building again. We do this every year, and we go out into our community and we help, like either litter pick or weeding, painting, things like that. So I don't know where we were going to be, but we're starting off at the Heritage Centre. So if you see us out and about, give us a wave or stop to have a blather. That would be a very nice thing to do. So we're going past Bridge End School at the moment, but there's kids out playing with their, I think they're getting taught hockey or something. So that's why my camera is skew with a bit. There's another bit of Shillinghill. Shillinghill is quite big. It's quite a nice place to stay. I don't look as if there's any kids out for nursery, so I can go down this way. Well, no, in actual fact, I'll show you this path goes right round. That's what we'll do. This is a wee, I don't know what they call this bit, it's like an everything goes bit thing. It's got tyres, stones, it'll have mud in it, sticks, you know, wood. So it's for them to sort of like get their imaginations flowing. Oh. Used to be a swing park here as well at this other side, but obviously they've took it away. They seem to take away a lot of swing parks, which is not good because, you know, they're all about getting the kids to be fit and to run around and not stay indoors and things like that. But if they're not supplying anywhere for them to play, you know, obviously they're not going to go out because there's nothing to do. So, you know, it's catch-22 basically. Looks as if the roof is getting repaired. That top windows on the right hand side up there, that used to be my primary 7 class. Or was it? No, it wasn't actually. It's the top windows at this side, at the gable end where that red tube is. That used to be my primary 7 class. A I'll quickly show you this. This is the new nursery building that all the primary schools have got now. The kids are in there, so I'm not going to show you the whole building. So it used to be, those who remember, it used to be the huts there. And I think I was in, was it primary 4? So primary 4 and 5 in that building, in one of the huts. Right, we're on to Penn's Road now. So we're just going to go down this way. As far as I know, there wasn't an issue with parking on these two roads, on Penn's Road and Avon Road, on Saturday, so thank you for that. You know, we've got plenty of parking in Alness. We didn't need to park in 2 streets, you know, so. So I'm not going anywhere in particular today. I'm just having a wander, see where it takes us before my shift in the food bank. I started there at the end of last year. Must be November time, I think. So I do. So it's on a rota basis. So I'm on this week, and then the next fortnight after that I'm in again. Then I'm in on a Friday. So it's nice to lend a hand in our community. So this is Ardross Road now. This is going up to Ardross, obviously, and the golf club. So we're heading down the way. Oopsie. A lot of traffic this morning. Right, what we're going to do is cross this. This is Penn's Road. I think we're going to go down this way, I think. Oopsie. Nearly tripped. Right, let's go this way. So this is called Ardross Place. It's leading down to the car park for the Avon Centre. One of my friends stays down here, so that's nice to have them here. This house is still for sale. This is a lovely house. They've done a lot of work to it, you know, to make it great, to make it up to date, because I think it needed a lot of updating, like for the electrics and things like that. But look at that, that's a lovely wee house. I don't know who's selling it. I don't really. Monster Moves from Inverness is selling it. But yeah, I think that's a lovely wee house. So there's steps down here. They're doing some work in the Avon Centre, but I'm not very sure of what they're actually doing. But it seems like to be considerable. So we're just going to go down these steps here. That's the top of Hill Street, I think, up there. Okay, these steps are quite they're quite steep, and it's narrow, very narrow. I don't know what they're doing down here. Right, so we're just going to go down past here. This is where the library is now, if you haven't already guessed, because the library used to be in that building there, but it's now in the main entrance. Yeah, they're doing a lot of work down here. Yeah. This is the only service point where the library used to be. Let's see where we can go. Let's take a wander down here. This is a Navarre Road. We're heading to Navarre Road. You've probably seen on my video 1 of the Craw Park. No, it wasn't my video 1, it was the Facebook Live. I know I can't, unfortunately I couldn't put it onto YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, look at my channel for Facebook Live. There's the Avon River going north, coming south, sorry. You'll see somebody shouting in a car. That was Pastor Robert, that was Robert Adair from Honest Baptist Church, and he was shouting, hello Jackie's Toddlers, love you, love your videos. So that made me laugh. Where can we go? We'll just walk about here. Need to watch my time. I've plenty of time to do whatever. What I might actually do is go around Kirkside, I think, for you, because I haven't done Kirkside. So I've done Westford, done Shillinghill. I think did I do Kendal and Salvation Crescent? I done Lindley Bank. I think I done Obstale Park. We've seen a little bit of Firhill and Burnside. So I'm just going to cross the road here. I've yet to do the other side, which is Malmafua, and I want to show you. Oh man! I want to show you the allotments, all these allotments, which are down there. So that'll be another day. Oops. So there's a lot of nice houses in Navarre Road here. This phone box is still here after all these years. What else can we talk about? King's coronation. That'll be exciting event. You know, obviously I didn't get to see the Queen's one. That was in 1953. something like that. So it'll be nice. It was probably a once in a lifetime event lately. These couple of gnomes. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so that'll be a nice event, and a lot of famous names going to it, and hot and spicy. This has changed hands so many times. This unit. I'm not really sort of into Indian food because it's too spicy for my stomach. So yeah, there's another house for sale. Seems to be a lot of houses for sale just now. I think I said to you before, this house here, this should be a hall. I don't know if it was the town hall or if it was just a community hall. I remember going Highland dancing practices down there in that wee hall, and I remember I was sitting on a table and I fell off it and I burst my nose open, as I usually did when I was younger. Whenever I used to fall, I always fell forward onto my nose every single time, and that's how I've got really bad sinuses now, because my nose was so damaged after falling on it. So I was very to the next street, and that'll lead you on to Kirkside as well, but we're going this way. So yeah, I was very accident prone when I was a wee girl, and I remember I got glasses. First time I got glasses when I was 9, and there was the old NHS glasses, the plastic ones. I picked blue ones instead of all the other girls picked pink, but I picked blue because it was nearer to purple. So I used to fall off my face and break right in the middle, like between right in the middle of the glasses. They always used to break, and my dad always tried to super glue them. I even put a piece of black plastic over it to strengthen them. Another house for sale. Yeah, a lot of houses for sale now in the Navarre Road. Morven Hotel used to be. It was like years and years ago. I don't think it is now. I think they've gave it up or whatever. So yeah, and then I was asked to take my glasses off by the optician in Rigmore. Take my glasses off when you're out playing. So I did that, and then I went to an optician in Alness, and he said, "Have you been wearing your glasses all the time?" And I said, "No, I've been taking them off for playing." And well, my word, did I get a bollocking from him. And I says, "But the other lady in the hospital says I could take them off." So So yeah, I got a ride for taking them off. But I need them for distance and reading. And I've got a squint in my eye. I've got tinnitus, not tinnitus, sagmitis I think it's called, in my eye as well. So yeah, so my eyesight's not very great, especially at distances. Can't read anything at distance, but hey ho. Right, so we're going up a wee walkway beside Kirkside, and I'll do a wee circle around, because I haven't been up here with you before. So this is quite a nice wee walkway. So there is a bus stop over there, 2 bus stops, one each side, so it's quite handy for walking to get a bus. So these houses are like the houses in Shillinghill. They're the same layout. These are quite big houses, because the living room goes from the front to the back, so it's a long room, long living room. And there's lots of wee sort of like wee bits like this, like wee cul-de-sacs. But we, as a church, we always deliver Christmas cards. You know, just wishing you well, and you know, a wee scripture tells you all about the festive services that we hold. So yeah, we do all about this end of the town, and I didn't realise how many houses were actually in Kirkside, because I'd done it with another lady, and there's wee nooks and crannies. There's a wee underpass that's coming up here, and that'll take you up to Firhill. It'll take you to it'll take you up to the church. I can see the church building from here. And you see the pink bits far in the distance, that's our church building. So yeah, that'll lead you straight up to the church, amongst other areas. So what we'll do is we'll go down here. So this is another bit of Kirkside. So there's a nice wee play area for kiddies. There was a fire round about here. Well, I think it's up here. I think it was unfortunate fire. It's just a shame what happened. The house was gutted, and they lost everything, and a poor family that lost absolutely everything. This may not be exciting to see a housing scheme, but you know, I want to show all the areas of Allness. Some of them have really nice gardens, like that one. That looks a decent garden. Other ones are just overgrown. You know, maybe they're not gardeners. They couldn't care about a garden. So there's another bit down there. So what we'll do is we'll go down here. I won't show you all of Kirkside. There's another car coming, so I better get up here. We've done litter picks around here as well. For our church has left the building. just trying to tidy up our communities, you know, just help them along a bit. Because we all are about helping other people rather than helping ourselves, you know. A lot of people don't appreciate the help that we do or we give them. You know, I mean, some people like they cry out for help, but nobody is bothered or backside with them. There's other ones that get the help under the sun, but they don't appreciate it. So yeah, it's a catch-22. Do you help or do you not? But as a Christian, we help other people before we help ourselves, sort of thing. And that's why I help out my community, because I never know when I might need their help in the future. You know, you've got to think of it that way. You know, you've got to give a lot of time that to help others, you know, because you never know that you might need that help yourself. So that's Alness Parish Church. What we'll do is we'll go down this way and we'll go past the Alness Parish Church. Because Alness Parish Church is between Alness Parish Church and Roskeen Parish Church, which is the ones on Penn's Road. They're going to be sharing services shortly when the minister retires of Alness Parish Church. When he retires, obviously they can't keep two buildings running. The cost of living, can't really afford to keep both places running for heating and lighting and things, and the maintenance of the building. So they don't know what one they're going to keep, whether they're going to keep Alness Parish or Roskeen Parish Church. So I'm going to have to make a difficult decision, unfortunately. You know, it's just a shame it's come to that. You know, we've both got halls. I don't know which church is bigger. I don't know whether Alness Parish Church is bigger than the actual Roskeen Parish. I've never been in this building, but yeah, it is a nice looking building. So that was some of Kirkside. If I go further down this way, it'll take me to Westford, which I showed you before. So that's the church there. It's quite hard to tell from the outside which is the biggest building. You know, I think Alness Parish Church has better parking. It's further away right enough, and you would need to That's the services they have at the moment. I think you would need to get transport if you don't drive, you know, if they decided to keep this one. This is a memory of somebody. Erected by Alness United Free Church. Oh yeah, this is a free church. Alex Monroe faithfully served the ministry of the gospel for 45 years in 1835. He died in 1903, my word. Margaret, daughter of the Reverend John Sinclair. There should be no night there. Don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else on the other side? No. So that's a nice wee memorial. This used to be the old free church. I forgot about that. Before they built the Roscommon Free Church out by Auchnagaran. Oopsie. So yeah, so that's our building. 1843. This was built. Wow. Long time. Nice building on the outside though. Right, so what we'll do is we'll go, that's a fact, what we'll do is we'll go the front road instead of going down this one. So yes, that was Kirkside. That's the story of the church. I met one of the two wee kids that were trying to photobomb my video, Facebook Live. I was talking to their dad, and before I started the video, and he was amazed that I didn't do any editing. I just was using my phone. I just had a wee sort of like handheld thing to hold the phone. So he says, oh, it looks very professional. I says, well, hardly. I just do it for fun, but it's nice of him to get comments. Nice to get comments like that and really boost my confidence a wee bit. You know, that I'm actually doing something worthwhile and people are liking it. Right, so this is Westford, so I showed you that already. And I showed you the tree at the roundabout. So we'll go along this bit. So a lot of you, for those who don't know, Alness was, we won a lot of awards for our flowers in Alness. We were Beautiful Scotland in Bloom winners. We were Britain in Bloom winners in our small town category. You know, we won Champions of Champions. But unfortunately, due to COVID, due to lack of volunteers, as most of our volunteers back then are now elderly or they're unable to sort of like come out and help. A lot of the shops didn't want their hanging baskets back, because when they watered them, all the water came through the baskets, so they didn't want that. So we weren't putting out. That's the reason why there's no hanging baskets in the high street now. There's only big tabs. Again, the volunteers are lacking. One of the volunteers was had to be taken to hospital. maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So she's unable to do an awful lot yet. She's now back home recovering, but she done a lot. The other volunteer, she works full time, so they do an awful lot at night. Most of the times they don't even eat anything. They're back out at night doing weeding, planting, painting, tidying up with the high street, like weeds and things, and very much unsung heroes. They don't want to be recognised for their efforts. They just do it out of the goodness of their hearts. The young people, some young people, not all of them, I'm not tarring everybody with the same brush. Some of them are very inconsiderate. They'll take some of the plants out. They'll end up sitting in the flowers, flattening them at night. And that's within the vicinity of the volunteers planting them, weeding. So very inconsiderate. So that's very disheartening. And they end up wondering why they do it if nobody's bothering to look after them. So if you can spare a few hours at night or during the day or whatever, help them out. If you see weeds, in the boxes or the side of the pavement or whatever, if you can help, if you can take them out. Just help them along. Just lend a hand. Try and take the pressure off of these ladies. Even in the Millennium Garden, we're struggling to maintain this garden, because my feelings on dogs running through flower beds. Again, it's very disheartening for these volunteers who work extremely hard to maintain these places, and they will end up walking away and not doing anything, and then it'll go to ruin, because nobody's bothering their backside keeping our place tidy for visitors coming. We get a lot of visitors up here during the summer, even before the summer. We've got new people. We have new people coming into the area, moving to the area. We don't want them to see that this is actually a rubbish tip. And this is why I started doing my videos, to show the little place that we live in off to visitors or to people who used to stay here. This is what it's like now, sort of thing. People can't get out of the house, so they look to my videos to get updated on the area, or just seeing areas that they haven't seen for a while. So this is my contribution to the community and to my area. I mean, I'm proud to be part of Allness. I may not know an awful lot of history about it, but there's other people who do. So if you want to know more, go and ask in the Heritage Centre. Go onto Facebook and to the Allness to the Year site. There's plenty of information there. As I said when I started this channel, this is not a history channel. This is a walk in a blether, so I'll talk about absolutely anything. And I'll tell you more stuff if I know it. If I don't, I'll direct you to where you can get more information. So we need to look after our area better. The place that we actually live in, we don't want to live in a pigsty and surrounded by rubbish and weeds and, you know, nobody helping out. We don't want to be part of that. You have to be proud of your surroundings. The more people who visit here, there's more money coming into the community. And if there's more money coming into the community, there's more stuff that can be done. Like to maintain our roads or maintain our schools, the play parks. You know, you might be able to get something else like built, or, you know, something erected. You know, yeah, we have to be proud of the area we stay in. I mean, I know we have a certain problem. We're trying to fight our war on drugs and on underage vaping, but so is everybody else. It's not just Alness that has these problems. Every single town will have these problems of drugs coming into their communities. You know, young kids getting led astray, bullying, underage vaping, as I said. See, these vapes don't make you look cool or anything. These vapes are dangerous. They have more additives in them than cigarettes. They're more harmful than cigarettes because of all the additives and chemicals and everything that's been put into these things. They're cheap and nasty. Absolutely nasty. And there's gosh, what's this name? Can't remember the name of this street now. Somebody tell me. It's not Hill Street. I think we nickname it the Gaza Strip. Don't know why. No, it's for the life of me it's gone. Yeah, so becoming a massive big problem here. Streets are littered with empty boxes. The vapes themselves, they're just chucking them away, not finding a bin or anything, but that's just the mentality of some of our young people, not all of them, but some of them. So yes, this is what we have to deal with at the moment, I'm afraid. Vaping and drugs, bullying. Not just kids that are getting bullied, adults as well are getting bullied in workplaces and on nights out and things like that. So we're just waiting to cross the road now. I've been a victim of bullying for most of my life. I think from primary 6 onwards to 4th year, S4. I think I've talked about this before, you know, and even into my adult working life, I was by a female manager when I was stayed in Ayrshire. I got a job in a cash and carry, and my hubby now, he was my fiance back then, he worked for the opposition cash and carry, and she was so twisted that she wouldn't let him come into the car park to pick me up from work if I was on a late night, because he worked for the opposition. I mean, how twisted is that? And she humiliated me in front of all the staff quite several times, but I believe wholeheartedly in karma. Every dog will get its day. What goes around will come around, and boy did it come around for her. So her husband was a manager of another cash and carry. I think it was near Glasgow, I think it was. And he got caught for embezzlement. And she had claimed... Right, I'm going to pause you just now for a minute. Right, sorry bear. Right, okay. Yes, so she got caught for embezzlement, or he got caught for embezzlement, but she was claiming that she knew nothing about it, even though she was in the same house as him. We're just going to go down here. But she was found out that she was actually helping him embezzle the money. So yes, she got her comeuppance, she got her day, and I was so pleased that I was there to see it. So yeah, so she got paid for what she done to me, and it was actually another lady as well. She was really nasty to her, and she was actually going through breast cancer treatment at the time, and again she humiliated this lady in front of everybody, just because she doesn't like her, you know, even though she was going through treatment for breast cancer. So never mind. And then later on, when I came back up, when I started working in Inverness town centre, I got a job in a well-known department store, and I absolutely loved it. I started off as a Christmas temp, and I was lucky enough to get kept on. There's our Avon River. Yes, I was lucky enough to get kept on. So I went from there, and I couldn't get the hours I needed, whatever, I was struggling with the hours. And so I went to became a cleaner within this store, and all the people that I thought were my friends when I worked for the actual company, because the cleaners was contracted, and so the people that I worked with for the company, as soon as I became a cleaner, that was them. Their opinions turned overnight, like a flick of the switch, you know, actually better watch my time here. That's fine. It's like the flick of the switch. They started to, again, they humiliated myself and other colleagues as well. Saying things like untruths to management. Even management they knew what was happening, but they didn't do anything about it. They just let it carry on. That was the second manager that was there, and all his wee understudies, or his wee clique, should I say. I'm not naming any names or anything, but his wee clique of followers made the cleaner's life hell. That's the only way I can describe it. It was hell. We were made to feel very degraded, worthless. What else? Not worthy of anybody's attention. Not that we wanted it, but we were there to do a job, and we tried our best to do it well. But they were putting wee snide comments around the store, and making things up, and so yeah, I was getting really low. There's times I used to go down into the loading bay and speak to the guys down there and just burst out crying because I couldn't take it. It was really getting to me. And then we found, we started doing the fostering, doing all the fostering ins and outs or whatever, getting on the fostering register. So that was taking up our time. And then we got accepted for that. And then we got matched with a wee girl who we've had for 7 years now. And I was so glad to leave that store. Absolutely so glad. So it wasn't the excuse I needed, but it was like a way out. It was so she came into our lives at the right time. I wholeheartedly believe that she came into our lives at the right time. We needed her just as well as what she needed us. So yeah. So this is the Crawl Park now, after all the hustle and bustle of Saturday night. As you can see, it's nice, clean, tidy. It's looking fantastic in the sun. The sun is now out. It's getting sort of quite hot here now. So yeah, big difference from Saturday. Massive big difference. But it was good to have all the hustle and bustle of Saturday down here. So yeah, so that was my... Sorry, I'm going from one thing to another thing. So that was my bullying days. And even when we first got my girl, I had people asking me, just why would you take on a wee girl with special needs? You wouldn't be able to do anything. You don't deserve having her. What else? She'd be better off somewhere else. I've had comments like that. And yes, we did think about it for a long time. Seriously thought about it before we made our decision. And we just came to the conclusion that if we didn't take her on, we didn't spend time with her, letting her grow in her own time, in her own way, she would still be in the foster system, I think. I really do, because she did have a potential foster, potential adopters before us, and I think they had her for a weekend and they came back and said no way. I mean, she was 3.5 when she came to us, so I don't know how old she was then. And we know it's not been... Oh, I want to take you up here. I've just seen something. It's not been an easy ride. It's been hard going. It's been a learning curve for all of us. You know, it's going to get more difficult as she gets older, when the hormones are starting to kick in. Gosh, look at this. Oh, this is where they had the fire. This is another fire the fire brigade had to come and put out. That was just after the one in the Crawl Park. I thought it was in the Crawl Park, but no, it's here. So I just seen that from the thing. That's what looks inside them. Nothing much. It's just rubbish. I think a lot of people have been up here drinking. God, look at that. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. So we'll go back down. So yeah, it's going to get harder to motivate her. She's going to get, all her hormones are going to start scrambling around shortly. And so yeah, but again, we'll cross that bridges when we come to them, and we'll work out better things to do with her. And we're not frightened to ask for help, by all means. There is help there, but again, a lot of these parents, special needs parents, they have to fight and fight and fight to get services, to get equipment, to be actually listened to, and that's, that's not good. I mean, most of the services for special needs kids, I'm not saying just like autism, but any like able-bodied or non-able-bodied, their services get cut. The first service that get cut, if they need money, it's always their service that get cut first. Always, every single time, in schools. And it really annoys me how much people, how they don't understand the difficulties that we as special needs parents have to help our kids, to deal with our kids. Come and walk in our shoes for a day. See how well you manage then. Especially those with disabled kids. The amount of help that they need, like for equipment, for physio services, for hospital appointments, for transport, I mean, we're quite lucky that we don't need any specialised equipment for her. We don't attend a lot of appointments for her. I'm so glad of that, but you know, think of these poor kids and their parents, you know, before you cut any services. You know, yeah. You know, it's getting harder and harder to find even childcare for kids with autism, whatever. Support workers are thin the ground as well. I mean, I have a few friends that are looking for a support worker for their child, and they can't find one because they're lacking in them. You know, I mean, I have a friend who is a support worker, and her caseload is full, and she's just went into this. You know, when she loves her job, she absolutely adores it. You know, but we need more people like her. You know, there's kids crying out for a good support worker that they can trust. You know, it takes a long time to build up trust, especially kids with autism. You know, it's a long time to trust somebody. I mean, I was like that. Even before my now husband got together, when we first started going out, I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a joke. I didn't think anybody would want to be with me because I believed all the bullies that had said that I was worthless, I would have nobody, nobody want to come and you would never get married, and you know, and I believed that. I was lacking in confidence, I was lacking in trusting somebody. So it took me a whole year to realise that yes, okay, he really wants to be with me. A whole year. I was just expecting him to sort of say, haha, sorry, I was just playing along. You know, he was doing it for a bet or something. But, yeah. So if they've been hurt in the past, if they've been let down in the past, they're going to take a long, long time to trust somebody else, like I did. You know. This is a longer video than I expected it to be. Again, I don't plan these walks. I just go out and blather. Sometimes I plan them, but I didn't today. I just needed to, oops, gosh, nearly fell down a hole. I wanted to walk and blather today, so we'll make our way back into Allness because it's getting near my time to do the food bank, so we better get going. So that's the hill we're coming up. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please like it. Comment down below if you want to see any different things, if you want me to go over anything again, or just give me a shout out just to let me know where you're watching from. Just say hello. I appreciate every single one of you who watches, who likes, who subscribes. What a good view. So we're actually going to go this way. Wait for this car to pass, and we'll wait here for a minute So this is the Alness via Riverside Path, Yankee Pier, or to the Yankee Pier. This side we'll go to Dalmore Circular Walk. Oh, Adventures. Alright, okay, that might be that's a new sign. That could be a name of a company. I've never heard of it. Adventures. Well, okay, that's a new sign to me. See? You always find something new when you're on a walk. You never know what you might find. Anyway, so we're going to go down this way. Really is a lovely, pleasant day out today. So the schools were off yesterday with bank holiday, the May Day holiday. So after such a busy weekend, we just pottered about. We didn't go out, we just pottered about. She played with toys and watched videos, and I was sorting out all my beads. And I was parcelling up things that I sold on eBay, ready to post. So yeah, just had a lazy day. You need one. Sometimes you just need to potter about and just take your time, and you know, but I really need to sort out all my beads into colour order. So that's all done. So I'll start making new bracelets. So over the next coming weeks, and there's still bracelets for sale in the Heritage Centre. So come and take a look. There's kids ones and there's adult ones. There's all different colours, all different stones. Like there could be glass stones, there could be acrylic, there could be clay-based stones, beads. Sorry. You know, what I tend to do is I look for like just cheap bracelets, like in charity shops. And I might spend a couple of pounds on a bracelet and then cut it apart, and then I'll make up my own bracelet for selling or for giving away. I've given away quite a few. I've sold quite a bit in the Heritage Centre, so there's still loads left. I've got quite a bit of of stock left, so there's always new stock coming in, new bracelets coming in. There's a car coming. Oh, whew. So that's the new houses down at the academy. This is the new academy. There's no horses in this field today, unless they're at the other side. Oh. So yeah, and you never know what you might find in the Heritage Centre. You know, you could be coming in for, say, photocopying. They will have a look around the shop, and then you might say, oh, that'll do this one's birthday, or that'll be nice for an anniversary present, or that'll be nice for putting aside for Christmas. So you never know what you might find. You never know what you might learn as well. There's a lot of history in the Heritage Centre, obviously. So come in and say hello. I'm there on a Wednesday morning, but we're open from 10 till 4 every day, Monday to Friday. And so yeah, just come in and say hello to all the volunteers. We work again, you never know what you might find. We're all friendly. You know, we take time out of our day to spend in the Heritage Centre. Not even, like, it's not just the shop staff that are there, it's everybody behind the scenes, like the editor of the A to T and all the office staff, all the staff that does the archiving, as well. So there's a lot of people behind the scenes. There's a volunteer who looks after all the actual garden. He does all the maintenance of the building and the garden as well. He does all the painting and things and fixing things, and yeah. So again, you never know what you might see or learn. You know, it's a good wee place. We fought very hard to keep to have it. It's been open since the year 2001, I think. So that's 22 years. We have a few, I think maybe about two or three volunteers who are from there from day one. You know, so but it doesn't matter where you're volunteering or who you're volunteering for. You know, I hope people have respect for what you're doing for them, for your community, whatever. You know, we've had a lot of you know, volunteers have issues with other people not give them the respect that they're due, you know, for the time they actually take out of their day to help whatever. You know, it could be for a museum, it could be a cafe, it could be cleaning the streets, you know, it could be absolutely anything. Any volunteer, whatever job they do, they need respect to be doing it. Just respect them, because there will come a day that they won't have any, because if you don't give them respect to what they actually do. So anyway, that's another rant. So I've ranted about that before. So but look at this, look at all the trees are starting to get their leaves. And you know how I feel about this walk, this wee path here, how excited I was when it opened up, because I miss walking through the trees here. And they've done a fantastic job of doing the path. You know, it's nice and even for all types of people. But it's lovely to see all the leaves getting in the trees now. You know, still not sure what's happening with this field. This held the old PE complex, so I don't know what they're doing with that. And this is the all-weather pitches. So yeah. But again, you wouldn't think there was an old school here. No. Unless you went it. What time are we at? Oof. Right, what we'll do is I need to go over this bridge, and then when I get to the bottom of the bridge I'll finish the video then. Okay, so this is a longer video than I thought it was going to be, but I've enjoyed it. It's a lovely day to walk. There is a very, very, very slight breeze, but nothing major. So I'm hoping to take a wee trip to the Big Smoke, is what we call it, Inverness, on Friday morning. I've got a few things to do there, and so I'll be taking the train. So I hope it's a good dry day, so it makes all the difference. Okay, so we're going to go up here. This bridge has been here for a long, long time as well. It's been updated since then. It's been strengthened and painted and resurfaced and things like that. So yeah. It's nice to see out and about. Nice to get out and about when it's like this. You know, when it's nice and sunny, it's calm. Hardly any wind, you know. You can meet a lot of people. It's nice. So once I stop, I need to quickly go into the Herder Centre before my shift starts in the food bank. So you've got nice flowers. There's nice flowers down there in the beds. Again, that's all done by volunteers. So I think in Gordon, what they do is, if the beds are in front of a shop, they're trying to get that shop to look after their flower bed. So I think Alness should do the same. You know, and it'll bring more. It'll take the pressure off of the volunteers that are doing it currently. Oh, I was going to stop the video, wasn't I? Right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank every single one of you that watches and likes and subscribes and everything. So we'll see you again. Just let me know where you're from. You know, again, if you want to see anything different, or if you want to see something again, just give us a shout. And we'll see you again. So enjoy your day, and ta-ta for now.